to as a tight end, but you're pretty adamant you're a receiver. Why are you so adamant that you are a wide receiver?
Ever since I started playing football 5 years old, my dad seen potential in me as a receiver, so I've been playing receiver my whole life. So once I got the opportunity to play receiver at the next level, I took that opportunity.
Brendan?
Following up on that, during your recruiting process, was Florida State pretty adamant that you'd be able to play wide receiver? Did that change at some point? I guess what was their pitch in regards to how they viewed you at this level?
At receiver, there's certain ways you play receiver. You got slot receivers there, most of the fast ones. You got outside receivers, more big bodies here at FSU. So once Coach Norvell showed me or told me how I could fit in the system, I took the opportunity to play receiver, and I trusted him.
Jordan?
Following up on that, in the month of November, you took 2 trips here. Even while FSU struggled, just what gave you confidence in committing here and knowing that this was the place for you?
I came here for the program. I ain't come because of the record. Because everybody had their down seasons. So I came for the program and came to build a name for myself and represent FSU.
Liam?
Tae'Shaun, nice to meet you. What was it about this receiver room that kind of, intrigued you, or I guess what is intriguing about this receiver room? There's a lot of big bodies in there. Have you had any conversations with Coach Harris, and what have those been like for you?
Well, FSU has a history of big receivers, so that was something that drove me to come in and sign here. And then the receiver room here, it's like a brotherhood here. As soon as I got here, I just felt it. We all communicate well. The bond already there. I ain't been here for less than 2 months, so I really like that area.
Ira, on your right?
I think Deuce said he had the same issue kind of coming out of high school, but assumed he's a tight end because he was a big kid. Have you talked much with him about just how your game compares to his game and just any advice he's given you so far?
I think, like you said, me and him came from, same conversation coming out of high school, but I feel like we both just, block that out. If we feel like we can play receiver at the next level, if our coaches think we can play at the next level, I think we should believe in ourselves. We ain't really had that talk, but we both know, we came here to prove a point, and that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Jordan?
Kind of a 2-part question. You're from Jacksonville. Did you have any relationship with the school growing up? What was your opinions of Florida State? And then also, do you have any relationship with any people from Jacksonville that are now on the team?
Well, I actually found out one person that came from Jacksonville. He went to Fletcher, but FSU always been my dream school. My dad, he's an FSU fan, so I really grew up watching FSU. So that really played a part in it as well. It's my dream school, and I got the opportunity to go here and play the position I want to play. So yeah.
Back to Ira, on your right?
Did you play many other sports growing up, or just football?
Yeah, I played basketball and I played baseball. Played basketball. I actually played basketball as soon as I started playing football. Baseball kind of came later, and I stopped playing in middle school. But I really just played it for fun, just keep me active.
Matt?
We talked a lot about the receiver versus tight end thing. How big of a factor was that at Florida State was recruiting you as a receiver specifically versus other schools recruiting you as a tight end that kind of forced you, or not forced you, but led you to choose Florida State?
Like I said, I feel like Coach Norvell had a lot of faith in me playing receiver. A lot of people thought, I'm a big player. That tight end was going to be for me. But if I think I can play receiver and he think I can, I believe in him, and I think he'll use me well. So I came here, played the position I've been playing my whole life. I ain't really let tight end get to my head, let it get me off track. I blocked it out.
Aslan, back right?
You talk about FSU being your dream school and your dad being a big fan. Do you have a good early memory watching a game with him or anything Florida State related?
Yeah, we had a big party for the game versus Auburn national championship game. That was probably the best, that was probably the game I can really remember because my whole family watched it. Yeah, it was a great moment. That was the best moment.
Aslan?
Was your dad calm? How do you react the last 8 minutes of the game?
My dad, he's a big Florida State fan. When I committed here, I'm pretty sure he was very proud, very excited. That game, everybody, I can remember like the whole house just started jumping. Like when he made that, like Calvin Benjamin made that catch, the whole house started jumping. It was a great catch. And you know, that's one of my inspirations too. Like he one of them people that I can look at. All right, let's say I'm doing a film at FSU, the big receivers. He's one of those players I look up because he had like great plays here. He had a great career here as well.
You?
So, Tae'Shaun, so what was the initial reaction when you told your dad that you were going to Florida State, or that was in the table?
You know, of course, he's my dad, so he gonna be proud of me either way it goes. But to see that the fact I'm going to our dream school, because you know he loved FSU, like he was really just proud of me because you know there's a lot of sacrifices he made for me, him and my mom. So to see that them sacrifices didn't go to waste, I'm pretty sure he was pretty proud of me.
Aslan?
I think sometimes it's easier to look at you guys as just pieces like on a chessboard or something, but when you're committed to a school for so long, I mean, you're a young kid and you're going through your senior year of high school, you've got a kind of idea where you're gonna go. I mean, how, I guess, tumultuous was that? Have you kind of grown and matured and become a better person gone through this whole experience?
Yeah, like the recruitment process, I really picked up for me my sophomore year, like the very end. So, you know, I wouldn't say I wasn't ready for it, but it was more than I expected. So it really like brought out something out of me. Like you really gotta know how to be a man you gotta be a man. Like you gotta talk to these coaches, like be yourself, like not let them get to your head. And you gotta make your decisions, like do your research, like I said. Like it's gonna make a man out of you, but it's life, so you're gonna make decisions. And I think I made the best decision for me.
Anything else for Tae'Shaun?